So this show is so addictive. I'm sure people have been telling you that all day. I mean, from the first episode on, I was like, my new favorite show? Yes, it is.
That's so nice to hear.
No, it's true. This show is being billed as, Gossip Girl of the Regency area, or era. Phoebe, would you say that that's an accurate description, that this show is being described as Gossip Girl meets Regency era?
Yeah, in some ways, I think, the aspect of Lady Whistledown and this anonymous voice that we hear, which is the wonderful Julie Andrews, of course. I think there definitely is that aspect, and the fact that they're following sort of these young people's lives in their coming of age, and watching them, get into all sorts of trouble and all sorts of different love affairs going on. So yeah, there's definitely an aspect, an element of Gossip Girl. But I definitely think it's very much its own world, isn't it? It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's a sort of Regency in a whole new light, I think.
This is Shonda Rhimes' first big project with Netflix. There's so much anticipation surrounding this show. Regé, you worked on For the People, which of course is another Shonda Rhimes show. Was she a big draw for you, wanting to be a part of this show?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working with these guys for a while, so there's lots of people that I know and love and admire the work of in the company. So it was a bit of a no-brainer to stick around when they said, hey, we got this thing that we're working on that we'd love you to read. And I had a look at it, and we had a bunch of meetings, and we talked about all the opportunities that there were to do something new in this time period, to do something people don't expect in what's otherwise known as quite a traditional genre, and bring all of that 21st century Shondaland flavor to it. Bring all of that color, bring all of that excitement, that speed, wit, sexiness, fun. And so it was a very easy decision to make.
What's so fun with both of your characters is you don't really get along at the very beginning. So how do you find that balance between that tension and then that just natural chemistry? Because your chemistry on screen is fire.
Thank you. I think we get along. I think we just don't realize we get along.
Yeah, that's true. Was it kind of fun building that relationship between your characters just, right off the bat?
Yeah, it was great. And we were able to do it with the help of, firstly, the stories are so rich, and obviously it's all there on the page. And then it was just bringing it to life. And we had an incredible choreographer, Jack Murphy, who sort of helped to choreograph, or did choreograph the dance sequences throughout the show, which was sort of our starting point when me and Regé sort of came together and started rehearsing for the first time. That was where we were thrown into. So that was where we built a lot of that we really found our footing in that sense. It was sort of like a rehearsal room.
You found my feet.
Yeah, well, we found each other's feet. But no, it was really helpful to find that chemistry. And we spent, so much time together rehearsing. So by the time we eventually got to set, we were good to go.
Regé, what is it about both of your characters that there is just this intense chemistry? Like, what is it about these two personalities?
Well, as Phoebe said, we're very lucky to have inherited characters that people already love. Like, thousands of people are so into these books all over the world. And so the chemistry already existed. It was on the page. I think that these two people are very lucky to find someone else who is as witty and sparky. I think they're both the types of people who are used to being the smartest person in the room. And the second they find someone who is up to the challenge of kind of really sparring with them on an intellectual level, is hugely enticing. And so they get a bit of a braingasm over each other.
Okay, now were you talking, braingasm, that's a good word. Now, were you saying something about the dance and the choreography? Were you guys stepping on each other's feet?
Only for a little while. We had a lot of rehearsal. And then after those rehearsals, we decided to do some more rehearsal because we enjoyed dancing so much and also thought we probably needed it. But they were so important.
Is it fun doing the dancing and the costumes?
Oh, it was so fun. It was such a magical experience. I know me and Regé have talked about this, but one of my favorite scenes was like in the first episode at the end, there's like this beautiful sequence, and it was one of the first scenes we shot, and it was outside, and there were fireworks actually going off in the background, and it was the first time we got to perform our dance. We were both kind of nervous about it, but the feeling when we were doing it was such a magical experience, and there was no CGI involved in that scene. It was all there. It was all happening around us, and And it was such a magical experience, and watching it, I think it does really, it shows on the screen, I think, as well, which is great.
Well, it definitely does. The show's so addictive. And Julie Andrews, I mean, hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
We wish we could get to say hello. The mysterious
Yeah.
Julie Andrews narrating from afar. Just kind of you kind of get to feel the end of her consonants.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on the show, you guys.
Thank
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.